It's February 21st, 2011, and welcome to the Nintendo Download Express. Still your only audio source for all the hot topics from the world of Nintendo downloads. I'm your host, Jeff Gerstmann, and what a week. It's President's Day. Day of the President's here. It's a very big day to honor presidents, I guess, with all the stuff that presidents have done throughout the world, all the world presidents, dead and alive, dead presidents. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of dead presidents. He's got that makeup on, and that's pretty cool. Robin stuff. Big week of releases this week. I know it's a federal holiday, but Nintendo ain't messing around. They're like, whatever, man. Banks are closed. We're not closed. We're Nintendo. We got things to release, and since all the stores are going to be closed, you don't got to go to the store to get this stuff. That's right. It's all just waiting for you on your Wii or your Nintendo DSi. It's I know, I'm pretty excited as well. No thanks to our special guest who did not show up, so thanks for nothing. Maybe we can get you back in here at a later date, but man, how do you skip out on the hottest ticket in town? How do you miss the train? That's what I want to know. The train waits for no one. That's what we say around these parts. It says it. It's a placard. It's like a stitched. It's up on the wall. Train waits for no one. So let's not wait any longer. Let's get right into Virtual Console. Yeah, Virtual Console was up first this week, and I think with good reason, because for Virtual Console this week, we've got Faxanadu, originally for the NES. Hudson Entertainment is the publisher. That's rated E for everyone. Mild fantasy violence and use of tobacco. 500 Wii points. You are an adventurer who has just returned to his hometown, the elf town of Eolis, at the base of the World Tree. You find the village in peril. The elven water supply has dried up. Monsters are causing chaos, and the once proud tree is slowly wilting. Equipped with the last of the king's money and the trust of the people, you set out to climb the World Tree, braving obstacles, fiends, and dangers to discover the source of this corruption. Wield weapons and magic, get hints from townsfolk, and experience a world of new environments as you ascend to the top of the world. Those are pretty mind-blowing hints, too. You get awesome hints like, this is not enough golds. That's a pretty key hint. You get the mantra from your guru, and you buy death magic and stab eyeballs and stuff like that. Faxanadu Falcom release. I don't really have a history with it per se. There was a guy that I went to junior high with that that seemed like way into it, but his English was not the clearest, and he would say it like, he would call it like flexion dude, basically call it like flexin dude, or flexin dude. I don't know. I think of that anytime this game comes up. Also, I think about the times I tried it with no instructions and just went, I don't even know what I'm doing. I got to get this J key. And then open the jack door, and then what's behind the jack door? I think we all know what's behind the jack door. That's it for Virtual Console this week. That is, of course, available on the Wii. Speaking of the Wii, let's get on to WiiWare. Man, we got a couple of real releases and then a couple of demo releases, but they are all releases. Jewel Keepers, Easter Island, from Nordcurrent. One player, rated E for everyone, 500 Wii points. One day, world-renowned Easter Island expert Professor H. Wait, Professor... And H is in quotes. Because his name is heroin. received a strange letter from the capital city of Hangaroa. It was a cry for help from an unknown person, saying that something bad was happening on the island. Without hesitation, the professor and his assistant Joel and his granddaughter Ivy rushed to the island, where many puzzles, mysteries, and quests awaited them. Can you help him to reveal the greatest secret of Easter Island? I guess I should have put a spoiler warning on that, because the greatest secret is Easter Island full of heroin, apparently. Yeah, I got a good learning from old Professor H. Taught me how to bend this spoon. All right, Cozy Fire from DTP Young Entertainment. 1 player, rated E for everyone, 500 Wii points. DTP Young. Oh, wow. We all long for a cozy open fire, particularly during the cold season. But not everyone is able to snuggle in front of a warming blaze. The WiiWare service opens the door for a fireplace to fill the room with a magical and cozy atmosphere. Select from a variety of logs and use the Wii Remote TM controller to stack them up. Next, light the virtual match and your home will soon be snug and glowing. Choose from 6 available fireplaces: Fire Alone, Campfire, Rustic, Classic, Elegant, and Zen. Poke and tend the fire to keep it going. Add more logs to keep the fire burning, just like a real fire. Want to just sit back and relax? In Butler mode, new logs will be placed on the fire automatically, and the logs never burn down in non-stop mode. Yeah, I mean, you know, all fireplace simulators need an endless mode. I'm literally looking forward to New Game Plus, though, when you actually just, the tables are turned and you play as the logs. And I can't believe there's another one of these. I mean, you know, maybe it's this. Are these the same people that did the Christmas one and they just decided to do one that's not Christmassy? Because it doesn't make sense to have a Christmassy one when it's not Christmas. I mean, God, it's the worst. Thanks, DTP Young Entertainment. You're filling a void. Rage of the Gladiator demo version. Ghostfire Games, 1 player, rated T for teen, animated blood, alcohol reference, and violence. 0 Wii points because his demo full version is 1,000 points. Rage of the Gladiator is a fantasy-based fighting game in which you must fight for your life in the arena. Prove yourself by conquering all opponents. Features include amazing 3D graphics, animation, lighting, shadows, and special effects. With full voice acting, each boss has its own personality and taunts you mercilessly. Use insane finishing moves. Summon a fiery meteor or a savage tornado, or transform into a hulking colossus 10 times your size. Customize your character and specialize in skill trees, offense, defense, or magic to gain new powers. Enjoy masterpieces of blood-pumping music by legendary composer Sean Beeson. Legendary. Beat the game to unlock challenge mode, where bosses are much tougher. The game also supports Wii Motion Plus TM accessory. That's, you know, considering like 4 games support the Motion Plus, that's a thing. Oh, snap. Learning with the Pooh-Yous, Episode 1 demo version from Lexus Numérique. 1 player, EC, early childhood. There's a demo, 500 Wii points. Oh, the Pooh-Yous. Welcome to the first fun, poetic brain trainer for children aged 3 to 6. With the Pooh-Yous, a merry band of adorable baby animals, children will have fun while learning development basics like numbers, letters, lateralization, shapes, and colors. I don't know what lateralization means. Does it mean laying down? I don't know. Children get to dance with their new friends and receive lovely interactive rewards. There are 2 levels of interactivity, so any child can play. This game has been designed for use by children who have not yet grasped reading. So, if that sounds like you, if you're out there and you're a child who's not yet grasped reading, age 3 to 6, and you love the Pooh-Yous, which I don't even know why I'm saying that, because obviously, if you're listening, I mean, we all love the Pooh-Yous. I mean, think about, God, all the hours spent when I was growing up watching the Pooh-Yous. like they're adorable baby animals, and I spend a lot of time learning about things like letters and shapes and lateralization from the Puyus. So if they can pass that on in an interactive format, I mean, that's just great. Children are our future. I don't say that. I don't take that. That's not something I just say lightly. But that's if we're talking about the future and the winning of the future, not to get back to President's Day, but if we're going to win the future, I think that we all, learning with the Puyus, episode 1 is probably the best way to go about doing that. And that is it for WiiWare. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with Nintendo DSiWare. Oh man, they're all hits this week. Take it away. Now, see, if you had a Game Genie, you could, go to like that second shop that's like halfway up the tree between the first and second town, and buy the Magic Shield, which is normally like $12,000 or something like that. But with a Game Genie, you can just buy it whenevs, and you could block a lot of stuff with it because it's a shield. But you still have that dagger. Dagger's not very good. The dude doesn't really look like he's flexing either, so I don't really know why anyone would call it that. It's really kind of ridiculous, but that's Falcom for you, I guess. And Nintendo, I mean, they brought it over. It's their fault. Nintendo DSiWare. Oh man, you're gonna have to. Here we go. GG Series Drift Circuit from Genterprise Incorporated. They should put a dash in it and just call it G Enterprise Incorporated, because both Genterprise and Genterprise both are bad. I don't understand. It's bad names for companies, both of them. Rated E for everyone, 200 Nintendo DSi points. TM! Use your drifting technique to gracefully slide past the competition. I like this already. This already sounds great. Steering around corners lowers your speed, so it's all about choosing the best course line and being able to use your drifting skills with precision. At the start of each 3-lap race, conditions for winning will be displayed. After that, it's up to you and your speed demon prowess to drift through the Grand Prix and steal first place. That's a key. That's shows that they understand the nature of drifting, because criminals like drifting. So you are stealing first place. The people that are into drifting are shifty. They're drifters. I mean, come on. How much more obvious can it get? Choose between easy, normal, and hard difficulty levels. Perfect for beginners and advanced racers alike. I don't really know, who thought, like, man, we really better drive these difficulty levels home. Put them in all caps. Put them in all caps. That's how you do it. Do you want someone to see something? Put it in all caps. Easy, normal, hard. These are the important things. You should have capitalized steal, I think. Arctic Escape from Taeon. One player, rated E for everyone, 500 Nintendo DSi points. Take control of a bunch of penguins that are always getting into all sorts of trouble. A cunning scientist abducted them from Antarctica, and now they need your help to get back home. Lead them safely through more than 100 frosty levels by using commands such as walking, jumping, and wading. Guide them to avoid broken ice areas, falling cages, wolves, and other dangerous obstacles. This special top-down view puzzle game is easy to pick up, but impossible to put down. They're daring you. They're saying, come on, try and put it down. Bet you can't. Bet you can't. You gotta make all these penguins wait. Push the wait button. No, you push jump. Start over. You need to wait. If you're gonna beat that cunning scientist, you gotta wait. That just sounds like Lemmings. I feel like I've said that before about another game about penguins that's been on this, so maybe, I don't know. I don't know what Taeon is up to. Or if there's just a bunch of penguin-based Lemmings clones flooding DSiWare and WiiWare these days. Falling cages, wolves, and other dangerous obstacles. Yeah, I don't know. Using commands. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like it could be a Lemmings-style game. Maybe I've just got Lemmings on the brain because it just had its, I guess, 20th anniversary. So, happy belated to Lemmings, I guess. Remote Racers from Cubic Games. That's Q-U-B-I-C. Capital G, no space. No space. Camel case right there. Look out for that. Again, shifty. You can't trust. You can't trust these guys. Rated E for everyone. Mild cartoon violence. 500 Nintendo DSi points. Select one of 8 vehicles: Speeder, Monster, Candy, Dozer, Tank, Stunt, Mantis, and Rocket. Race against AI or the clock on 15 great tracks. Jump in the garden, drift through the cellar, and drifting. Look out. Ride on the beach and dive in the ocean. Use power-ups and transform your vehicle to gain an advantage over your opponents. Complete 32 challenges and 8 championships. It's 2 driving games with drifting. It's going to be hard for people to choose, but here's an easy way to make that choice. One is $2, the other is $5. So, you know. And one has Drift Circuit right in the name, and Drift Circuit is all capital letters. Again, just, rule of thumb. You want people to see the important stuff about your game. All caps. Drift Circuit. Drift Circuit. And that's it for DSiWare. Wow, time just flew this week, but we do want to get to some of your emails. ndx@bxr.me is the email address. We have a pair of your recorded Nintendo download classics that we're going to get to here in a sec. But first, we want to get to this question, or this email here from David. He says, I suggest a game idea. Hi, have a game idea. Listen to this. It's a block matching game. You must match green and red blocks together with blue-yellow blocks, and sometimes there is a white block too. What do you think of this game? Thank you. I think that's, you should go to Cubic Games or Teon or any one of these developers with just forward them that, and they will probably just they will probably just PayPal a bunch of money to you in return. Because that idea is gold. That idea fits right in with the. I think it's a hole. It's a gap in the Nintendo download experience right now. I mean, a white block specifically. Not really seeing a lot of that out there. So, I think that's a great idea, and keep on sending in your ideas for games you would like to see on DSiWare and WiiWare. We would love to hear these sorts of pitches, and hey, I met someone who works on WiiWare games not too long ago, so who knows? Maybe I can forward them their way, and maybe you could be the next Cliff Bleszinski. That's how he got his start, right? I think he worked on the first GG Series game. GG Series is a Jackrabbit. It's probably, I think, the name of that. What were we talking about? Oh, right, yes, your calls, your not calls, your audio files. We got Armando and John up this week with about 8 minutes of action. That's 8 minutes from now. Write it down. 8 minutes for their 2 contributions to the Nintendo Download Express. Take it away for the next 8 minutes.
All right, then. This is the Nintendo Download Express guest reading thing section. Today we're going to start off the section with Soul of Darkness for DSiWare. This is platforming action adventure, 1 player, 12 plus, by Gameloft. 500 DSi points. Entra en un fascinante mundo gótico como Kale e intenta salvar la vida y el alma de tu amada de las garras de un malvado vampiro. Explora bosques oscuros y cuevas, castillos y catedrales bajo la luz de la luna. Domina y mejora tu espada y tu lanza y aprende a controlar tus poderes. Usa el fuego y el hielo o transfórmate en tus enemigos. Gracias a la función de cámara, conviértete en el héroe y enfréntate a hombres lobo, gárgolas, zombies y más. Bueno o malvado, tú decides tu destino. Textos de pantalla en español. In case nobody noticed, It was a Spanish version. Just as, if anyone knows Spanish, you know how fucked up those are too. Yep. So let's go to the English one again. This is one player adventure platformer by Gameloft. 500 DSi points, T for teen, animated blood, and fantasy violence. Only your sword and powers can dispel darkness in this fascinating gothic world. Enter a fascinating gothic world as Kale, a mysterious, powerful man, tries to save your beloved's life and soul to get her out of an evil vampire's clutches. Explore dark woods and caves, huge castles and impressive cathedrals under the full moon's light. Master and upgrade your sword and spear and learn how to control your powers. Use the fire and the ice, or transform into your enemies to get over the numerous obstacles in your way. Face and defeat werewolves, succubi, gargoyle zombies, and more, even more obstacles than those. How can there be more? Oh god, so many more obstacles in this game. Thanks to the exclusive camera features, use your environment to gain power-ups and upgrades and become the hero himself. Good or evil, be the soul master of your destiny. Get it? Soul master. Soul of darkness. Similar. No, soul. It sounds the same. It's not written the same. Isn't that cool? No, it's not. Unlike the Simon theme. So, I really just wanted to read this because it gave me an excuse to put the Simon theme behind my voice, and that's pretty much the greatest thing ever. So, yeah, this game sucks. I don't want to use the fire or the ice or numerous obstacles in my way by transforming into enemies. And I definitely don't want to dispel darkness in a fascinating gothic world when, I can play Castlevania for that. Thank you, Gameloft. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning us again. This is, of course, you're listening to the John C. O'Reilly podcast. Alright, so the title we're going to look at today is called My Diary. And it's published by No. It has one player. You really can't play multiplayer with this one, but that's totally cool. Basically, what it is 200 DSi points for your little DS, and let me give you a little rundown of it. My Diary. It's a lowercase m, a capital D, one word though, for the whole thing. My Diary lets you keep your own personal diary on your Nintendo DSi system. You just open up your system, and you tap on a day and write a note. You can set alarms for important events. Hold on one second. I want to stop here. I just want to tell you a little bit, because I personally use my diary every day for my life. It's really useful for me. I tap a day, and it's like I write down a note. I'll tap a Tuesday, and I'll be like, oh, I have to have lunch with Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, because these are my close dear friends, and we're talking about important projects in my future career in the film industry. And then, you go Wednesday, it's like, oh, geez, I gotta go to dinner with Martin Scorsese again. And, you just it's really a great way to keep track of things. You can even set alarms. It's like, John C. Reilly, you gotta wake up, you gotta get down to the movie that you're making, because you slept in, it's too late. And it's really helpful for me. You can even lock your notes away from prying eyes. Which, sometimes I'm just I try to be a man of the people, I go down to get some coffee shop. I go to coffee and sit in the Starbucks or whatever. People are always peering over my big curly hair, and they're like, John C. Reilly, what are you writing down there? And I'm like, hey, get away. And I lock my notes. I'm like, you can't see if these are important notes about my secret project with Martin Scorsese. Then they go away, and I can just unlock the notes, because you can open. I'm assuming that there's an unlock feature. I haven't figured out how to open them again, but the important thing is that the secret's safe. And you can even personalize my diary with 12 unlockable aha themes and ink colors, and use the stylus like a pencil to make notes or doodles, and then erase the bits you don't like. So sometimes I'll draw a picture of myself, but I make the picture really big because I'm John C. Reilly, and come on, you know what I'm talking about. But if I make it too weird shaped or whatever, then I can erase it and try it again. It's a really great way to help organize your life. And my life, it's pretty organized. It always has been. But my diary, before, it was a little messy. My diary makes it perfect. Alright, so I really appreciate you listening in today. This has been an experiment for me as much as for you. You know, I don't normally do this podcast thing. This is new to me, but I think we made a lot of progress today. I think we laid down a track for the future, you know, and I think we can make this a regular thing. I don't know what you say. Like, I think this is cool. Maybe should we, you know, if you guys got feedback, you can certainly email me. You know, I'm not sure what that is. I don't have an email. I never really use. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm sitting in public library right now. I got like 90 people looking at me. It's uncomfortable, but you know, it's okay. You guys gotta find a way. If you write me a letter to John C. Riley at Hollywood, California, they know who I am at the post office. I'd really appreciate it because, you know, I want to make this the coolest, most awesome experience for all of you. That's all we're going to talk about today, because my diary alarm just went off, and it sounds like I have an appointment with one of my dear friends, Marissa Tomei, who you may remember me from sleeping with in the movie Cyrus. If she wants to go to lunch, I gotta go, because my diary says so, and you know, I want to show her the little drawing I made of myself, particularly the one, you know, I'm not gonna get into it, but I mean, I gotta get going. But I appreciate you listening in, and tune in next time. Maybe we'll do it again. Bye-bye.
Suck it, crazy jumping eyeball bastard. Jump at this dagger. Now who's flexing? Is it bread? They drop bread when I kill him, or is it a worm? Can't even tell. That way's blocked. Oh man, you need a J key every time you go in there? I already unlocked it. Oh. Classic my ass. Welcome back. Wow. Thanks, Armando and John, for that little bit of magic. Of course, we do want to hear from you out there from the listening car at ndx@bxr.me. That is again the email address. So please do keep those contributions coming in. We live and die by your emails. So like I said, please do send that stuff in. And we are still talking to a lot of different potential sponsors. Kind of want to know what you think out there. You know, who do you think would be an ideal sponsor for the show? I mean, we've got some car manufacturers interested, and of course some video game makers are interested. But I don't want to sully the independent nature of Nintendo Download Express by taking a lot of endemic advertising. You know, I just don't think that fits with the spirit of what we're doing here. But you know, hey, we'll see. You know, what kind of ads do you want to see here? Hair products, you know, like drifting aids, you know, like whatever car material. Let us know. ndx@bxr.me. That's going to do it for this week's show. As always, we're here for you on Mondays. So come on back next Monday. We're going to whip that guest into submission and get him in here, I swear. It's just, leave me high and dry here. But that doesn't matter, because as long as I got you out there and the Nintendo downloads right here, the train will roll forever. Forever.